Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, so normally I don't do patch note stuff, but it's a long ass maintenance, so I guess I'll go over these real quick. There's a couple cool things in here. Oh, well, actually, there's several cool things in here, but there's stuff that people might want my opinion on. So let's go through the side story real quick. Um, Swimsuit stuff. Yeah. They waited kind of late in the summer to drop this, I think. You would think, like, they wouldn't wait until summer's almost over. I mean, granted, we still have, like, all of August, but something like this I would expect to drop in, like, June, not the almost August. And we don't even get the skin until August, or the limited hero until August. So that's just weird to me that they waited so long to get this out. But it's just your typical side story. They did a couple things a little bit different with this one. Like, we still get our currency here. Let's see. I don't get what this air bubble thing is. Takes place underwater, and the underwater stage players will be given an air bubble at the start of the stage. Okay, what does that mean? Like, it doesn't even tell you what that means. Does your character run out of breath if you take too long to clear the stage or something? Like, I don't know. Fused nerves actually drop out of the side story. That's nice. Wow, they're level 90s. Oh, it can only be cleared once. Okay. It's a hidden achievement, I guess. Here's Seaside Bologna. Her sprite looks really good. I'll probably go in on her. So she'll be available next week. Um, it's funny, they want you to clear this with Sez, but give you a Sez recall at the same time. That's pretty funny. I'm recalling my Sez. This artifact here, this is the stuff I want to talk about, is like the stuff that actually comes in game. Um, Decent rewards here. Um, Here it is. It's not a great artifact. Where I could see this being used is like if you're running like a Ruzid and you don't have any other options for artifacts, you could stick this on them. If you have like, I don't know, Silverblade Aramith on your team or something, that's really the only use I could see out of this. Um, Maybe you can use it on like your defense if you have a CC heavy defense, but I don't know. I think this thing's trash. You're being straight. Good art, but I think the artifact's trash. 10% effect resist is like nothing, unless you're pushing above 170 or so. So having 10 isn't gonna do you nothing. It's like having 0. Um, there's this thing. So you could get 2 Mystic Summons in there. That's one thing, and a background for the whole clear. It says up there they have 1. I think I saw a picture down here where they had 11. Let me see. Yeah, 11. So it really depends on how many story points, like how deep this goes. Because it could make this the upgrade a little bit more worth it. Because just that skin, no one uses Karin. Like, even if you use her in your Wyvern team, like, are you sitting there watching your Wyvern runs to where you could notice a difference with a skin there? It's like, oh, my Karin's prettier now while she's autoing Wyvern. I gotta understand if you use that unit actively in PvP or something, and you looked at it more, or in other situations, but Karin's not really like user in Wyvern, and that's about it. So you're not gonna look at the skin while you're farming. So I don't like it's whatever. I'll probably get this just because it's probably going to be a one-time thing you can get. I don't think this is going to come back. And I'm already sitting on 300 Covenant bookmarks or so, and about 9,000 Skystone, so I still have enough to push pity on the Bologna banner. So I'm not too worried about it. I'll probably grab it. I was going to feed all of my Karin dupes into BBK, but Now that I see you get an extra one down here for clearing this, I could still 5-star her with 5 Karens and then have an extra one to use for, I don't know, something else. Like, I don't use Karen for anything. But hopefully these rewards are good. And see 6 artifact charms for 3 story points. I'm assuming these are all one-time claims. You can't do them multiple times. Animation is the same. That's how you change the skin. It's no big deal. We get a secret banner, which is awesome because I have her on both accounts. So it just means I get to save for another week. This artifact is interesting. So we got a new challenge for this thief artifact. Here it is. And like, I think this thing has mad potential, but it's really going to depend on like how, like it says as health decreases. So it depends on where that threshold is. If it reaches max 40% at 1% health, who cares if you have 40% defense and 40% extra evasion? You're still going to die. So I guess you're just going to have to test that out. It's really the only way to see how good it is. If it goes down to 50% and then it's 40, then it could be pretty good. I think this artifact kind of opens up an option to build more of a bruiser thief. If it works that way, like a bruiser haste, for example, or you know, some kind of niche thing like that would be interesting to try out. Something I might do, I don't know. It could be good for a bruiser BBK. So that's something to think about. I might try that. Because that could be pretty annoying, to be honest. But that's my thoughts on that. And there's this dude. Me and my guild have been talking about him like all morning. He's interesting. I have mine 5-starred, max level 50, ready to go. So I'm definitely going to build him. I like units like this. Like he's basically he's kind of like a Fire Charles, kind of. I'm going to test him out. But I don't know how I'm going to build him. Like, I'm thinking maybe like he's got to be built like a glass cannon to take advantage of his passive. Because like he scales off of lost HP. And it's kind of a set percent. I think it's per... I forget what percentage it is. But it's 0.5% damage per a certain percent. I don't know if it's 1% or 5% or 10% or something like that. I don't remember what it is. But it doesn't matter how much health he has. It just matters the percentage he has lost. So giving him more health won't make him do more damage. He doesn't scale that way. He scales off lost health. Lost percentage. Not lost, innate value. So I think the best way to build him would be a glass cannon on lifesteal, possibly on Elbrus, depending on where you're using him. Like you can use it with Ancient Sheath as well. There's not too many other, like you could use him with tankier artifacts, maybe like Forest Totem, but he's interesting, and those are the kind of characters I like building, are interesting ones. His entire skill tree is good. Unfortunately, his base speed is kind of bad, so that's whatever. So his S3 changes. Attacks the enemy. In the name of chaos, recovering health proportional to the damage dealt. When the enemy is buffed, a 50% chance to activate Heavy Strike. Damage dealt increases with caster's lost health. So that's percentage, not the value of health he's lost. So, it's interesting. I'll be doing that. Here's specialty change requirements. Eliminate 500 enemies from the Sacred Kingdom. The first thing that comes to mind is like 9-1 World, I think, has these guys. So where you farm your Heart of Hypocrisies, I think you can get them there. This says obtain a certain item, so you actually have to farm Merc's Medicine. And the stage I can tell you that is 4-1-4. 4-4 is where I farm them. I've been farming them for Tamarin anyways, So I purposely, like, as soon as I saw this, I stopped farming. It's like, well, I gotta come back here. So hopefully they drop. The drop rate on those is atrocious, so this could possibly take days. You know, because they actually have to drop. Like, you can't just buy them. You can't convert them. It says acquire from battle. So he could take a little while to do. It's kind of like Una, but Una, you donated them. You didn't have to get them to drop. So that's annoying. But yeah, there's this thing. His sprite is a little weird looking. But his, like you can see here, his skill tree's really good. I'm sitting on like 150 flame runes right now. Ugh, got a hair on my tongue. Alright, I got it. That's weird. But yeah, all of this stuff is useful. It makes his S3 proc into S1 100% when you max out his skill tree, which is cool. But they have to be buffed. So that's what it is, I guess. Got an Abyss guide. I personally don't care about this until they release some new stuff. And I guess I'll go over to... If I hit this X here, let me go back. Oh, yeah, part 2. I didn't even look at part 2 yet. Manage equipment function. Oh yeah, I heard about this. This is cool. You get the preview of your equipment before you actually change it. Why did they show Enot in there? That is a 6-star Max Awaken Enot. Okay. So yeah, go through here, preview all your stuff before you equip it, which is awesome. I love that. So you can preview builds before. Like, people were using third-party programs to do this crap anyway, so it's just good they put it in the game. You can filter your equipment, which is cool. Arena Season 2 ends. Finally. Yep, your glory crests will be converted into conquest points at a 5-to-1 ratio, as I mentioned before. Season 3 is not beginning yet. Here's a Sez recall. I'm gonna be recalling my Sez. Guess, like, I like Sez, but I want my Mola back. Like, he's +8. I want to put his Mola in something else. He was my first 6-star, so. And I put a dupe into him. So maybe if I pull ML Sez, like, I'll have 3 Sezes sitting here that I could feed into him. But I'll gladly take all those runes back, and the Mola, the Cursed Ashes. Could use all that stuff. And then, what I'll probably do... Actually, I'll just plug it here. Like, things I have ready to 6-star right now. I have ML Zerato. He's ready to 6-star. I have Butcher Inquisitor, but I'm not going to 6-star him until after I do a specialty change. And depending on how long those Merc's medicines take to farm, that could be a minute. So, those are 2 options. I want to do my Karen, but my Karen, like, I have dupes to 6-star her with. So that's probably the route I'll go with that. I won't use these materials to 6-star my BBK, because I have, you know, those 5 dupes ready to 6-star her with. I just have to promote them all to 5-star. So I won't be doing her with this material, but I think I'm going to do Champion Zerato if you guys want me to do Champion Zerato and kind of showcase him. I used him in Arena yesterday with I used an Ice Harrier, Tam, ML Zerato, and Charles, and I cleaved. And it was actually a pretty good team. But yeah, so that's what I'll probably do with this stuff. White Knight Penguin. And then anything else here? Oh, thank God. Like this, an issue that caused all the fighting spirit to be removed when Soul's fighting spirit is at 100% at the end of a battle has been fixed. Like, he's been doing that crap in Golem, to where, like, the first wave he'll reach 100, he'll kill something, and then he'll go back to 0 when the Golem fight starts. Well, that fixed my golem. Probably increased the speed there. To change this? What's different? Oh, they just changed that second line. Oh yeah, they nerfed the Automaton tower. They can, so like you can use Stigma on all the floors now. And they also nerfed the stats on top of that. So it's a 30% decrease from Stigma. Like I'm sitting on 36,000 Stigma, so I'll probably clear this thing now. And they nerfed the floors before even needing Stigma. So thank God. That shit was dumb. They nerfed floor 95 extra too. Anything else in here? Oh, you can lock stuff after you craft them now. Thank God. That's actually, like, I think that's my favorite thing through this update, because now I don't have to go and, you know, tap on everything that I crafted and see what's good and what's not good. That's good. I didn't even notice that. Some Guild War improvements. You can look at awakenings now. Okay, that's not a big deal. Nothing there. I don't know what that is. I think that's from the thing. Wait, what? The amount of fighting spirit for Apocalypse Ravi's Deliverance, the Soul Exchange, has been adjusted from 30 to Mystic Summon. Has been adjusted to 30. Huh? Okay, whatever. Effects have been added when the equipment packages are purchased. So we know what packs are going to be in there now. We're going to get equipment packs again, which I wish they would stop doing. Improvements to some sounds, other UI improvements. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Pretty good patch. A lot of downtime. Normally I don't do patch videos, but there's some actually some cool stuff in this patch, so I figured I would go over it and give my take on it. I know there's probably like 57 other patch review videos on YouTube, but I'm sure some of you guys would rather watch me than watch them. So you guys are awesome. All right, well, I guess that's it. You guys have a good one. Take a nap or something while you wait for this game to come back up. I got my Guild War ready to upload. It's really nothing spectacular, but I guess I'll upload this first, and then I'll do that one second, since this kind of precedes that in a way. But you guys have a good one. Later.